Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Today, I'm taking you with me to the Bishop Museum of Science and Nature to talk to the woman in charge of taking care of their manatee rehab center. To me, she's like the Michael Jordan or Tom Brady of manatee care, plus a couple events that could help you make a friend or learn some movie history. All that's coming up, but first things first, the news. In the 6th century, something called the Plague of Justinian killed 50 million people and might have started the Dark Ages, where the vibes were not it at all. And now, for the first time, researchers in Florida think they know what caused it. Reyes Jiang is a biology professor for USF, and she says they studied ancient human teeth in the country of Jordan.
If you look at the victims who got buried together, they are very different from each other. We have new evidence to show that they were not born locally. They grew up in other places.
She says it shows that pandemics, even back then, were driven by migration. By the way, this particular plague was never fully gone. In fact, just in July, someone in Arizona died from this same strain. There are immigration facilities in the Everglades and also a newer one in a rural area outside Jacksonville. Governor DeSantis said yesterday the state is looking to set up a third in Panama City. Alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades can't accept any more detainees right now after the latest judge ruling. And in case you're wondering, they plan to call the new one Panhandle Pokey. Researchers at UF, along with the South Florida Water Management District, are setting up robot rabbits across the Everglades to help get rid of Burmese pythons. They look, move, and smell like real rabbits, at least if you're a python, they do. But by the time your python brain realizes this rabbit tastes like a toaster, it's too late. Someone's coming to get rid of you. Mike Kirkland is with the Water District.
The Burmese python has decimated a lot of our native wildlife in the Everglades. We're up to 95% reduction of fur-bearing animals, and that problem has radiated out into the surrounding natural areas.
Each of the bionic bunnies costs about $4,000. What do you think of the Bay Blend logo? To me, the best thing about it is that little manatee wearing headphones with a coffee cup. So damn cute. Recently, I got to hang out with a woman who rehabs manatees at the Bishop Museum of Science and Nature in Bradenton. Virginia Edmonds works with sea cows every single day. A few months back, the center got 3 new manatees, Crane, Mandalore, and Kyber.
These 3 animals had never been rescued or identified before, so they didn't have names. And it was Crane, because she came from Crane's Bayou, and then Mandalore, because she came from Blue Spring, and Blue Spring, I'm a Star Wars fan, reminded me of the living waters on Mandalore. And then it always has to relate. Kyber is from Crystal River, and it's the Kyber crystal that's in your lightsaber.
Those are some deep-cut Star Wars pieces, too. It's not just like, oh, I named them Leia because I like Star Wars. It's like...
There's already a Leia.
What does a day-to-day look like in terms of trying to rehab a manatee who's in this secondary phase now?
So when they get here and you have animals transfer from hospitals, they should be medically cleared and have no medical issues that you're worried about. So it should just be helping the animals gain weight and thrive. Adjusting to a new facility, we do that a lot. But when we come in daily, it's cleaning the pool and offering food. They eat at least 10% of their body weight a day. And so you think you have a 100-pound animal, that'll be 10 pounds of food, but we have the largest is a 500-pound animal, so she's going to eat 50 pounds of food a day. These 3 are actually eating 25% of their body weight. Wow. Yeah, so it's about 300 pounds of food a day for all of them.
How do you, as a person that's now working with them every single day, making sure that they're fed, making sure that your observations are accurate, how do you then get them to pass that threshold? When is it comfortable in your mind of, okay, maybe they're ready to be released?
In order to teach them where a warm water site is, we wait till winter to release them, and then they go to the warm water site that their individual moms would have used, which is usually close to their rescue site. Our targets are usually January, February, March, and it depends on where they're going to be released. So we know come September, October, November, December, we start really looking at them and saying, are they gaining weight?
So I guess for a lot of people, they think about deadlines, like business deadlines, like I needed you to get me this proposal by December or January. For you, do you feel the same way, that like pressure to get them ready for that release date?
Yes, we do. It's we have a stressful job. Everyone, thinks working with animals is so glamorous and exciting, and I'd love to work with animals, but they're living things, and it can be very stressful.
I guess there's also no like, hey, it's a holiday. I'm gonna take time off. I don't got to check on them. It's Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. Like, you don't get that luxury, right?
I've worked with animals for 38 years now, so it's been my whole life, and I'm used to it. I have to get used to other people not being used to it more. When everyone's like, you don't get Christmas off, and I go, no, why is that a big deal?
Over the course of your career, how many manatees do you think you've rehabilitated?
Probably 500.
Wow. Is that something that you ever think about? Like, I have helped out a lot of manatees.
No, I often say I'm like on the negative side of humble. That, again, just doing this job and being where I am and being able to do this was never anything I imagined. Though it doesn't make me special. They're special. So to me, it's always about the animals, and it's not about me.
I think both can be true. You could be special too. They're special, but you could be special too.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I was able to do that, help that many manatees.
What an absolute gem of a woman Virginia Edmonds is. You can check out the manatees at the Bishop Museum of Science and Nature too. Just make sure you're quiet around them. She says every ticket you buy helps these manatees get fed, rehabbed, and eventually sent back out to live their chill lives in the wild. Tonight at the Tampa Theater, you can catch the 1973 movie Mean Streets, a Martin Scorsese flick starring the one and only Robert De Niro. It's the first film they would make together. It's about a guy trying to balance his faith, a secret love interest, and his work in the mafia. Turns out it's not that easy. This one's also in the Library of Congress because of its cultural significance, so you can get caught up on some movie history tonight for just $10, and even cheaper if you're a Tampa Theater member. This one is really different, but if you're into horror movies or the supernatural, it could be for you. Tonight, you could try out Foodies and Fears Tampa. Pay a little less than $20. You get set up with a stranger at a random restaurant in the city. The sign-up asks you a couple questions, then you get a location to show up for dinner, and you'll meet someone there that also signed up. And of course, with spooky season approaching, the theme is for people who are into spooky stuff. It could be a cool way to network and make friends with people who have your interests. You just have to sign up on Eventbrite. And by the way, the ticket pays for the setup, not the meal. You still got to pay for the food, bucko. That's today's Babe Blend from WUSF. If you're into what we're putting down, give the pod a like and a follow. It really, really does us a solid. And from the bottom of my pancreas, I thank you so much. That's it for me today. I'll catch you tomorrow morning for another hot and ready Babe Blend. Have a solid Wednesday.